Well, I have no hat this time. Just like that. We're live. Okay. What's up, guys? It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This one is the for the theatrical cover revisit from last year that I did a podcast for, and that is Live Free or Die Hard. Yeah, I'm doing the PG-13 cut, the one that was released in theaters, so I can gawk at the gorgeous Maggie Q again. I hope you join me in the chat. I'm going to be here for about 2 hours, so let's get started so we don't finish at 4. I'm doing it with the headphones also, so I don't get any copyright infringement because this movie has some copyrighted music in it. So, dun, 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 dun. I'll be working tomorrow if it snows tomorrow. How long is this movie? It's about 2 hours and 9 minutes. Here we go. Hey guys, what's up, little Sim and Eddie? What's up? I just started doing Live Free or Die Hard. I'm doing it again. This time the PG-13 cut. This is the kid that was in He was in a movie. I know I've seen him before. And this movie, I don't know why people were not a fan of it. While it was PG-13, that you blame the code. There she is, Maggie Q. I want to give that girl a baby. I really do. Her or Caitlin Deaver. I know this guy. I've seen him before. Was he in? Not Justin Long. The other kid that was in the beginning, the one of the computer guys. Let me just check what his name is. And this movie has a massive cast. I forgot to mention that the first time. Algorithms, yeah, Maggie Q, not me. This was not her film debut. Her film debut in the U.S. was Rush Hour 2, where she doesn't even have a line. She just reacts to what Chris Tucker says. And she's not even Chinese, which is weird. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she's just gorgeous. Like, I can listen to Maggie Q read the phone book, and I'm like, yeah, all you millennials will know what a phone book is. It was a yellow book or a blue book that had people's phone numbers in it. Who was that kid? I know I've seen that kid before. Let's see, Tim Ross. That's the um, Jake McDormand. Yeah, that's a cameo. And he dies, of course, because you can't trust people on the internet. Some people, anyway. And Kaplooey. What do you think of Elephant in the movie? He's a bad villain. He's not a good villain. I said it when I did the unrated cut last year. He's talking to his teeth like this. He was better in The Mandalorian season 2 because at least that he was more subtle and a more refined actor. Back in 2007, he's too clean cut to be a villain. Maggie Q should have been the villain for the whole film because she's intimidating, she's sexy, and she has a screen presence. Oliphant just talks to his teeth, and that's why he doesn't play a lot of villains now. In Mando, he was a supporting character. Wiseman should go do another one of these films because he's a good director. I wasn't crazy about the Underworld films, especially the first two, but he can direct. He can not Kate Beckinsale, but he can direct. I like his style. I like the way his films look. They have a budget. At least the first two Underworld movies and the prequel, which he produced. What do you think of Billie Eilish? Weird, but I do like her. I like her music. I respect her for not being Sia. There's another Asian woman. Sun Kang is in the movie. I think he was in Fast 9 last year. Yeah. Christina Chang. And no Asian hate on this podcast. Matt O'Leary. I know I've seen him before. Yeah, he's only in the. Yeah. In TMNT, Raphael said, "Damn, I know," and that was shocking. But when I was 5, but now I hear it all the time. He was in Brick. He worked with Ryan Johnson, Matt O'Leary. He's a good actor. Len Wiseman, yeah. He's not John McTiernan, but he wasn't trying to be John McTiernan. He has a more visual, updated style. Whereas his movies look recent; they look current. Matt O'Leary, the most recent thing he did, he did was Agents of Shield. He did some episodes in season. Yeah, this has a yeah. Skyscraper. He was in that. Ooh. Yeah, he was skinny in The Lone Ranger. In Time, he was in that movie. Mother's Day, Death Sentence. Yeah, he's a good actor. I don't know why they killed him off in this movie and so quickly. Brick. Yeah, that was it. He was the kid from. He was Gary Giggles in the Spy Kids sequels. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I saw Scott Pilgrim versus the World 2 years ago. She's good in it. Domestic Disturbance. Yeah, I'm disappointed with one of my friends right now. Why? Because the MCU said Tom Holland was getting a new trilogy. Yeah. Did you see how much Spider-Man No Way Home made? It's made almost $2 billion, guys. And I told my friend Josh, yeah, he doubted because of COVID and because China didn't want nothing to do with us. But guess what? It made the billion that I knew it was going to. It deserved it. The last movie to make $1 billion was The Rise of Skywalker, and everybody hated that movie. They were like this. They were disappointed or they hated it. Some people liked it, but no. And you notice that all the members of his family like hate John. This is when Bruce Willis was awake. See him in this movie. See him in this movie, and then see Cosmic Sin and see how bored he is. I'm like, he needs to wake up. Either make a good movie or retire. No one will blame you, Bruce Willis. What happened when I found out one of my friends said he hates the N words? Well, Josh doesn't like it either because he's black, and I don't blame him. I don't. I don't use that word on any of these podcasts because the third movie had the N word a lot, and that was in 1995. So you can imagine. Yeah, Bruce Willis, please do something good. Do a 6 Die Hard and then retire. Even Harrison Ford has a better track record. And this movie's entertaining. I don't know why people said it was boring. And it's cyber terrorism. Oh, that was in Swordfish. This movie's a lot shorter than Swordfish. And it has a lead that's American. Unlike Swordfish has what? Hugh Jackman? Hugh Jackman? No, he didn't say he hates the word. He said that he hates people who are oh yeah, then you shouldn't be friends with somebody that says that. It's not cool. See, privacy setting. No, just tell me what the weather's gonna be, damn it. Yeah. No, New Jersey got hit with a snowstorm. It got 13 inches a couple days ago. Just mute this for a second. Yeah, there's a lot of background music. I said they still can hear it. Um, there could be a few periods of snow between 4 a.m. and 8 p.m., 8 a.m. But I don't know how much snow. It says snow accumulations are expected to be 2 to 4 inches for the city, much of New Jersey and Long Island. But that's not a lot. I don't think that's enough to shovel snow. But we'll see what happens. Warlock, yeah, that's Kevin Smith. Yeah, when he was fat, and he lost a lot of weight. Now he looks a lot different. I need to lose a lot of weight. Red Bull, that's not good for you guys. It gives you a lot of yeah. It gives you a lot uploading a virus. Ooh, too soon, guys. And this movie came out 15 years ago. So I'm kind of doing like a 15-year anniversary for the PG-13 cut because that was what was released in theaters. Even when I saw this in theaters in back in 2013 when they re-released it, it was yeah. Here are the stores closing in Brooklyn. Well, let me see this. I'm going to read this. Some of the favorite stores are closing this year. Well, I knew about Macy's. Well, Macy's, that's a French guy. Yeah. Each year, all the malls die out, and consumers continue to buy more online. Yeah, I know. I buy stuff online because I like getting a good deal. I like to get good deals. It's better to get movies like this for like $1 on Amazon than to get it for like $10 at a yard sale or at certain retail. I was surprised that they show or Clawface in Inspector Gadget. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Toys R Us is making a comeback this year. I'm very happy. Macy's is going to open a Toys R Us on the fourth floor of the mall. So yeah, Neiman Marcus. I don't even know what that store is. Lane Bryant and Ann Taylor. I don't know what those stores are. Yeah, Joan Ann stores. I don't know what that is. Yeah, everybody's on the computer now. I mean, look at you guys. A lot of you guys are under 18 and you're on a chat. But don't worry, I'm safe. I'm clean. I got vaccinated last year, so I didn't say that last year in January. And I'm doing this on YouTube, not on StreamYard, because I refuse to give StreamYard not one list, not 1 inch or 1 second of my time, because there's a Spawn, yeah. Ooh, he took Spawn's Spawn. Party City is going to close. Wow, I didn't even know that. Yeah, because people buy costumes online. My Flash costume, I got that on the internet. I got that on Amazon. I didn't, or one of the pants I got on Amazon. My costume, I got it somewhere else. This is a good movie. I don't want to hear anybody saying it's horrible. What's horrible about it? Because it's not. McClane has no hair, and it's not PG. It's not R like the original. I do love the unrated cut, but I like watching the PG-13 cut every now and then when I just want to watch the movie. Because on streaming, it's only the PG-13 cut because that was what was released in theaters. They never released the unrated cut in theaters. It's only on DVD. So you can't get this movie on 4K with the unrated cut. It doesn't have it. Office Depot, yeah. That's because we have Office Max now and people go to Staples. Len Wiseman does a good job with his films. Even when I'm not a fan of his films, like Underworld, I just thought it was too freaking long. That movie could have been 95 minutes or an hour and 40. Making it 2 hours long and the director's cut is an hour and 30, 2 hours and 14 minutes. I'm like, hell no. It's way too long. Can you rant on Home Alone 4? Not now. I got to wait till like the month of July or November. Awesome. Right through the window. You go. Tuesday morning. Never heard of that. This film doesn't feel sanitized. It's just that, the yippee-ki-yay scene at the end, that's like one of the only lines that's like cut out. Rite Aid. Because Rite Aid, they still have physical media in certain Rite Aids. So when they do go out of business, I'll go there and I'll buy a bunch of stuff because I'm like, yeah, I could get it for like $1. Rite Aid end up selling a whopping 1,932 stores. Wow. There's a couple of them around my area. I don't do Christmas rants in December. I mean, in January. It doesn't make any sense. My movies are, what I'm doing this month is belated movies that I saw at the end of last year or earlier this year that I want to review. And movies you guys have heard of because apparently Cocoon, you guys have never heard of it. So I got like 26 views on that. Kohl's, yeah, Kohl's, it was inevitable. The prices are too high. We have Primark now. So the shootout is good. It sets up the movie really well. Even when I saw this in the theater, the PG-13 cut, I was entertained. It's not like McClane's using a Nerf gun like in that stupid Super Street Fighter movie. The Street Fighter movie from the 90s. Yeah, they don't even use guns like half the time. They use Nerf guns. There's the Terminator. There's Thanos. I think that's a Thanos toy. That looks like my room. Yeah. Oh no, I think that's Cyclops. C4s. That's awesome. That guy flies like a Looney Tune. Wait, no. Steinmart. Never heard of Steinmart. Yeah, you heard the dog? Yeah. Can you review the 2003 show? I haven't finished the 2003 cartoon of Ninja Turtles. I don't review a show unless I've seen the entire series, or at least like one season. I haven't. I've only seen one episode of the 2003 cartoon and several of the 2012 show, so I have to wait. I don't really review a lot of shows unless, like I said, they're short. J. Jill, I never heard of that. Down the fire escape. Because I bet GameStop is going to be the next video game place to close. Because I haven't been to a GameStop in months. Guitar Center, yeah. People don't buy guitars anymore. They just auction them off or buy them on the internet. Because Target is not in at risk of getting, because they're going to open a new Target in my mall. So again, I do not blame Len Wiseman for trimming this down to a PG-13. I blame the studio at the time. Now Disney owns them, so they can't make Die Hard PG-13 ever again. I don't want to see Die Hard 6 with a kid in it, a British kid. No. They already screwed up Home Alone. I don't want to see that. This parkour scene is cool. This guy parkours like a monkey. Oh, I love this line. It's a circus in town. Circus in town. Yeah. One smile shows up at Peter Parker and Michelle Jones can get married. Yeah, maybe Brooks Brothers. Because I miss Bruce Willis when he cared. From the 80s all the way to 2012 when he did Looper. Earth Fair. I'm just glad that I'm doing podcasts again, and with this laptop, it looks amazing. I mean, look how much you can see my room compared to last year. Booty toi. Three of our men are down. Yeah, they put subtitles because I don't speak French, so I don't know what the hell he was saying. Venom wasn't in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, no. Or he makes a cameo at the end of No Way Home, so he's not in the film. It's a post-credit scene, and it's just Eddie Brock drinking in Mexico, and that's it. And he's like, "Oh, I got the stupid voice again," and that's it. Bath and Body Works. Well, I went there. I got a couple of hand creams there. You have the most gorgeous voice, Maggie. Mm-hmm. There was someone with it. Yeah, Asian women. I love Asian women. I will talk about them anytime I wish, except for Gemma Chan. She can kiss my ass this year. I said no bintos. None. No more. Yeah, me too. It's the adrenaline. When I went to see Spider-Man No Way Home, I was shaking when I left the theater, and I don't have Parkinson's. It's just I was like, man, that was awesome. I loved it. Loved it. I can't wait to do a podcast for that movie when it comes out on Blu-ray. Are you looking forward to Morbius? No. It got pushed for a reason because it wants to steal Spider-Man's blood money. It's not going to do it. Not a chance. Victoria's Secrets. Yeah, I don't computer hack. I don't do that because my computer, my other two computers were hacked by a bunch of asshats. In the library, when I went to the library before COVID, somebody hacked my computer. That's why whenever I take my computer with me, this Chromebook, I'm putting a piece of tape on the lens so nobody can touch me. Because like I said, nobody touches my stuff. I hate that. Victoria's Secrets. Yeah, because women can buy underwear on the internet. I know that sounds sexist, but no, they can. Gorgeous. Yeah, because Timothy, he's like, the whole time he looks like he's constipated. He's not a horrible actor, but he should never play villains again. He was okay in the Crazies remake and in I Am Number 4 and in The Mandalorian, but as a villain, he just totally fails. Gap. And this movie is way better than half of the action movies that came out last year. Ain't me. It ain't me. Shoved up your ass. Yeah. And this movie, I will say this. Yes, this is going to be controversial, so everybody in the chat, hear me out. This is a better movie than Black Widow because it gave me what I wanted. John McClane kicking ass in the 21st century, and it has a lot more action, less accents, and it's not boring. My YouTube friend Lambo Rock said Iron Man 2 sucked. Now it's his opinion. The Eternals is the one I can't sit through again. Microsoft. Well, Microsoft is already going to be bought out anyway. Google still exists. I don't have a Microsoft account anymore. I stopped after I got my old laptop broke. It ain't me. It ain't me. GameStop. Yeah, it was a long time coming because people are buying. The last time I bought a game was at Best Buy. I didn't even buy them GameStop. Yeah. In case you were wondering, CFO Jim Bell assures us that a part of companies did the disinfection. Yeah. Yeah, video game enthusiasts continue to turn to easily downloaded digital. No, but I'd rather get a copy. I'd rather get the disc. I like getting a disc, a physical copy of a movie, TV show, or a game. It is. I agree with that. Yeah, exactly. I am not afraid of Omicron. I got vaccinated last year and I'm safe. And I'm going to get my booster shot in 2 months. Once that happens, it can't touch me. I am an impenetrable freaking force. I don't let. See, they cut the STFU. But it does. I don't notice it. Like now, I notice it because I've seen this movie many times. Walgreens will no longer be at the corner of a happy and healthy thing. Yeah, but CVS is going to be around. That's where I got my new passport photo because I need one. I'm gonna travel this year at least once. Steak and Shakes. No, I've never been there, so that's why I went to Red Robin before they went out of business last year, a few years ago, at the mall. When people panic that the world, I can't live in fear, guys. I already got my fears, like vicious dogs. That's something logical, but something that and I like that John McClane in this movie is wearing a jacket. a jacket because it's something different. It's not just another tank top or a button down shirt like in the second movie or even the third movie where he has like a tank top again. But my favorite sequel is the third one, no doubt about it, because that movie is still holds up, especially with today's social climate. Yeah, yeah, and I'm talking about Maggie because again, I put the thumbnail has her with a gun that she uses later in the movie. Why? Because mwah, you are absolutely gorgeous. I have not one bad negative thought about her, not one. Yeah, jogging is good for the heart. I took a walk today. I had to, even though it's freezing out. I'm only going out tomorrow if it snows and it's enough for me to. Because with all the hate that these Asians got, again, it was the ones that did this to us. Maggie Q is fun in this movie. Yes, she is, Josh. She's absolutely delightful because she beats the crap out of Bruce Willis, and this is when before he, quit, quit caring about his films. Think about that. You know how old she was in 2007? In her 20s, very young, and she was very capable. She was the same age as Evangeline Lilly. They're the same age. I love Maggie Q in this movie. Yeah, I'm gonna write in the chat. Slow mode is on, so I don't get a comment every 2 seconds. There we go. I wrote on the chat, so you guys can read that in the chat because I want to be active as well. Because I'm like, yeah, she was the best thing in the Protege. I liked Michael Keaton and Samuel Jackson, but they were kind of underused a little bit. But she kicked a lot of ass in that movie, and I'm gonna do a podcast for that sometime in the summer. I want to hear the commentary first from the director, Martin Campbell. He did a really good job with her. Like he brought out every single sexy thing that she can do in a film, and I'm like, she even the word when she says the word pussy, I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, take that, Guy Ritchie. You wish you had her. What if Matthew Broderick was in Inspector Gadget 2? I wouldn't have watched it. No! I gotta get out of here. That's so terrible. I want her to see her in Shang-Chi. Yeah, in the Shang-Chi sequel, her fighting with Menger Chan and with Aquafina, that'd be like a trifecta. That'd be like the sexiest Asian trio I would ever see in any film. Because all the villains in the Die Hard movies usually were like older men. You had Alan Rickman in the first one, then you had William Sadler in the second one, and then you had Jeremy Irons. They didn't have a clean cut like 30-something-year-old guy. No, like early 30s, no, or mid 30s. That's like if they made Liam Hemsworth a villain. I wouldn't buy it. He can't act. Cliff Curtis. Cliff Curtis. He's from New Zealand. It's a good actor. He's done some good stuff. Because Maggie Q I get when I see her, my tongue just drops to the ground like the mask when he's like, yeah. And it's my manly urges. It's like that's what I do when I see a gorgeous Asian woman that can act. Again, fuck you again, Gemma Chan. That's what I want to see. No accent, calm, soothing voice, beautiful, long, flowing hair, expression on her face. Yeah. This is a good looking film. Like I miss when movies I can actually see the action. They don't have to shake the camera like that stupid Snake Eyes movie where they're doing this. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't see the movie when you're shaking the camera. America Under Attack, yes. Again, 2020 and 2021 in a nutshell. But we always rise up for the occasion. We always rise to the occasion, even during the darkest moments. Because, like I said, when it comes to Shang-Chi, the cast was really good. I think the only actor that was there to play for laughs was, Ben Kingsley, but wasn't as annoying. Ta-da, ta-da, ta. There's the JFK, Reagan, Bush Sr. and Jr. Yeah, they didn't have Barack Obama because he wasn't our president until a year after this movie. They never made a sequel to Incredible Hulk. No, because, again, Universal owns the rights to that movie. That's why it's not on Disney Plus, because the Hulk is on Disney Plus in the other films. But the 2008 movie was made before the Disney merger with Fox and with Marvel. Richard Nixon, Bill Clinton. Electrical power. Yeah. Yeah, now they would put Barack Obama, Trump, and freaking Biden in the thing if they do a new Die Hard movie. I know it's political, but I'm not a political person, guys. Like Joker said, I'm not political. Oof. Yeah, cyber terrorism. People tried to do that last year and in 2020. I'm like, yeah, you bunch of incels and freaking cancelers. Yeah, you can't touch me. What's up, Iron Lantern? What's up? Have you ever seen the Nick live action show Henry Danger? One episode because they had a crossover with Night Squad. That's it, though. I've never seen Danger Force, and I've never seen the rest of the show. Why? Because I can see a good superhero show on Disney Plus or on HBO Max, which is coming up. Peacemaker, I will be doing a podcast for that. Well, a video when I see a Peacemaker. That I'm going to do. Because he was the best part of the Suicide Squad. Let's face it. He was amazing. John Cena stole that movie from everybody else. He made Idris Elba his biatch. Yeah. Not because he's a white guy, because he's more charismatic. Even in his underwear, all ripped up, I'm like, he is so much better than freaking Idris Elba. Elba's just there to curse and be old. That's it. That's why he's not James Bond. Mm-hmm. I guess you don't like the Dangerverse? No. I don't watch it because it's for kids, for little kids. I like the Loud House movie. That was like the last Nick thing that I saw because it's actually good. They actually made a live action Loud House movie work. It was heartfelt. It was funny. I love the cast. I thought it was, for kids, they get much better movies than I did when I was a kid, especially now. Maggie Q works so hard in these action films and thrillers that she does, even in Nikita, which she got a few years after this. She's so good in that show. And the CW just, they should have used her again. Here comes a here. This is the second person in the movie that says that she has a sexy voice. Again, they're not lying. The writers of this movie who wrote this, again, uh, Mark Bombach and David Marconi. Yeah. Mm, you are so yummy. So yummy. Yeah. I want a woman that I want to actually look at, admire, or just respect. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit hungry. Yeah. What don't you like about Henry Danger or Danger Force? Is it the cringe comedy or the actors? It's not the actors, except for that uh person that I'm not going to mention that's in the LGB. I like Jace Norman now. I liked him in the Rufus movies. I liked him in Blurt. He makes me laugh now. When he works with Dan Schneider, it doesn't work. His comedy is forced. I just think the writing is bad. I don't need a laugh track to tell me when to laugh. I can do it on my own. Oh, female voices. There's nothing like it, guys. There is nothing in this world. There's no other species in this world that's more alluring than a woman, a real woman. I'm looking at you, Wachowskis. Real, a real estrogen-filled woman. What would you have been better in the Black Widow movie? Len Wiseman should have directed it. You got a female director to do it, and you put a bunch of female characters I don't care about except for Scarlett Johansson. Kiss my ass, Marvel. You shouldn't have done it. You should have given her a movie 6 years ago. Again, you're not lying. You're not lying. A woman's voice is like it's like honey to me. Mwah! I love it. He should have. Len Wiseman should have directed the Black Widow movie, or the director of Lucy, Luc Besson, because he at least knows how to do action. Yep, I do, because he's the voice of Nikita. If we got that 6 years ago, we would have had Captain Marvel. Yes, but here's the thing: it could have came out before Captain Marvel or after. She was the first one in the MCU in the first place. She was the first. She was the first female in the MCU that was a supporting character that actually did something. Because Pepper Potts was the first MCU woman. Then you had Betty Ross. Then you had Black Widow. So where was her movie? They had to wait a decade for it. No, I blame Marvel for that for waiting too long. I love it. I love this movie so much. That's my name. Yeah, that's when John McClane. That's the last time he had hair. I heard someone on the internet say Wachowski sisters must be the same two men pretending to be women. Yeah, exactly. They are. They're fakes. They're not real. I'm a real man, and I'm staying that way. I don't have any rainbows in my room. You see any rainbows in here? Do you see any rainbows? None. The only rainbows I love are in the sky or in my cereal bowl when I eat Lucky Charms. That's it. She has gorgeous light eyes, brown eyes. Ugh. I like real women. Excuse the hell out of me that I want to procreate one day. He still makes me laugh. Like, where's that Bruce Willis? Whatever happened to that Bruce Willis from 15 years ago when he was like, yeah, I'm going to have to pass jerk off. Yeah, because he's still John McClane. He's not a zombie. Starbucks. Well, Starbucks is very expensive. That's why I don't buy it. And you could get Starbucks at the store now. And I rather get Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's a lot cheaper, and they give you coupons. You never get coupons for Starbucks. Yeah, if Black Widow was like this, I would have loved it, guys. I would have loved it. And I heard that. Yes, Josh, I heard that the 355 is not getting the best reviews, but it's a Simon Kinberg movie. I'm not expecting miracles. I just want to be entertained, even if it's so bad it's good. Is Live Free or Die Hard the female version of the movie with Bruce Willis? No, it's not the female version. He's still a man in the movie. Dunkin' Donuts, yeah, but again, I go there all the time. J. Crew. Hmm. I just want to have fun with the 355. I don't care about the negative reviews. Exactly. This movie got a mixed reaction. It got mostly good reviews, but some people are like, it's cyber terrorism. Hey, that's swordfish. This movie's PG-13, so it's wrong. It's sanitized. No, there's a lot of action in this movie. Black Widow was more safe. There's barely any blood in that movie. The only blood is when Natasha gets hit by a freaking man that doesn't even do a good Russian accent. Ray Winstone. It's horrible. Why did they do that? He's an underwhelming villain too. This movie, yeah, the villain sucks, but I still enjoy myself. Hell yeah, buddy. I wish I had some popcorn, but I have to get some upstairs. This also has the scene where he says, I was out of bullets. Yeah, that's in the PG-13 cut. Forever 21, I never been there. Because I don't care about bad reviews. I see a movie regardless. Unless it's got like unfavorable reviews that nobody liked it. Like Vanquish, nobody liked that movie. It's horrible. This movie is great compared to Vanquish. Even the unrated cut. Calvin Klein, yeah. This tunnel scene is one of the best scenes in any of the Die Hard movies because it's outside. It's not inside of a building. It's not in an airport. It's actually outside, and it's risky. And there's some CG in the movie, but it was 2007, guys. CG was in a lot of action movies, and this movie made a lot of money for a non-MCU movie or DCU movie at the time. It didn't exist yet in 2007. GNC. GNC, well, I get my vitamins elsewhere. I can probably tell why the tweet isn't getting the reception. It's released in January. In January, usually movies always flop. Wrong, sir. Bad Boys 3 came out in 2020 before COVID, and it kicked a lot of ass at the box office. So there's always exceptions. That, Cloverfield, and a couple of other January movies that actually are not that bad. And it doesn't stand a chance against Spider-Man. I know that, guys. That movie's going to make billions until the month of February. That's right, John. Go. We're about almost an hour in. And this movie doesn't feel that long. Compared to Eternals, which is 2 hours and 28 minutes without the end credits. How dare you, Marvel, bore me out of my mind? How dare you? Again, I blame the writers and awesome. Chico's. I don't even know what Chico's is. And this is scary because this could actually happen in real life. Somebody could get hit by a car in a tunnel. You know how fast these cars? Look at this. This is awesome. Oh my God. That's right there. That's Mission Impossible shit right there. Where it's like, oh my God. Yeah, I like crazy movies. That's why I loved Space Jam 2. I'm sorry, but not sorry. That's the movie I needed after Black Widow underwhelmed me. I didn't hate it. I just thought it could have been better. You can't fool me. Give the vaccine another thought. I got the vaccine. I love this scene. I love this. This is... Yep. How long did that be, huh? I love this. I love this. This is great. This is great. The Taskmaster is gender bended. Do you think that's the worst twist? It's a bad twist. It's a bad twist because you could have had the real character and it wouldn't have hurt the movie. It would have made the movie a lot better. The helicopter scene here kicks the crap out of the one with Bento last year in Black Widow. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say that because then it might take it seriously. But no, Marvel, you should be ashamed of yourself when this movie from 15 years ago was better than your Marvel movies from last year. Two of them. I loved I loved Shang-Chi. I loved Spider-Man, but those actually had effort. Hell yeah. Didn't see that in Black Widow. A car getting hit by a car hitting a freaking helicopter. If I ever buy Black Widow, it's going to be used. I'm not going to get it brand new. That's awesome. And he's messed up. Like Tom Holland in every Spider-Man movie looks like a bloody mess in all three of the films and in the Avengers. Pizza Hut. Yeah, I know. That's awesome. Yeah, oh my God, indeed. And this didn't have a stupid twist either. Hell yeah. Here's the line that's in the PG-13 cut. Yep, I was out of bullets. I like that line. Yeah. And I like that Justin Long actually does something in this movie. He's not just a sidekick that is there to fill time. Sears. Yeah, Sears already went out of business, so the chopper's down. Yeah. And that never makes sense to me. Like someone speaking English and then the other person speaking another language. That was one of the only cringe scenes in Spider-Man: No Way Home, where Jacob Batalon has to translate his mother. I'm like, his mom didn't need to be in the film. She could have been cut. Black Widow could have been better, but you could have been a hell of a lot worse. And Vanquish proved that. Yeah, but here's the thing: next time, cast an action director like freaking Len Wiseman. As much as I'm not a fan of Underworld, the first one, the second one's decent. I just think Kate Beckinsale is a boring lead. That movie had better action than Black Widow because it had blood. It had some stakes to it. It had an R-rating atmosphere. At the very least, the first three Underworld movies had something over Black Widow. I gotta say it. I'm sorry. At least Martin Sheen in the Rise of the Lycans, he does more. He's cutting the heads off of freaking werewolves. That's more badass than Binto doing. It was fun. Boom. Ah! And then who has to save her? Natasha, because she's a dumbass character. Because Yelena's a dumb character. Admit it. She's a horrible character. Maggie doesn't need a freaking stunt double to fight Bruce Willis. She did it herself. Yeah, okay, that's it. Sorry, Josh. I could talk to you here. Black Widow could have been a lot better. Pinterest. I want some pictures of Maggie Q right now, so I could post them on Facebook in a few months when it's her birthday, because I adore women. If you see my Facebook posts, my old Facebook, my new one, my recent one that I did last year, yeah, you know how much I love women. All kinds. Oh, you yummy, yummy woman. Oh my God. You don't have to be full R rated in the MCU because yeah, again, Spider-Man had a lot of blood in it for a PG-13 movie. The scene where Aunt May is bleeding out, that's pretty violent. Or the scene where Peter gets power bombed through a freaking floor, that would have never been in the MCU 10 years ago. And he punches someone here. They're like, oh, in Homecoming, he doesn't punch anybody. In Far From Home, he doesn't punch anybody. But in No Way Home, they brought the visceralness back to Spider-Man because Sam Raimi's spirit was inside of that movie. It'll scare fans away, but maybe Deadpool 2 can potentially keep people interested. Trust me, that movie is not going to be for kids. He's going to take his guns and blow the heads off of some SJWs. When a character's all beat up and is a bloody mess, you know they've gone through a lot of pain. Exactly. Peter Parker in all three movies goes through hell, whether he kills the villain or not, or stops. You are so yummy, Maggie. You are so, so yummy. Download. Josh, you're going to love these pictures when I post them in the month of May for her birthday because mwah, I love Asian girls. That never left me when COVID happened. I'm like, no, because it wasn't the women that did this. These were a bunch of men, these freaking incels that stay at home and have nothing to do. You're so gorgeous. You're so gorgeous. and super talented too. Like people say that her voice is boring. No, trust me, she is not boring. Bento is boring. I'm going to eat some mac and cheese now, Kate Bishop. You worthless freaking Bento. Worthless, 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 worthless. I hate that character so much. I'm so glad she's in none of the MCU movies this year. Ha! Or the shows. So, meh. I know her birthday was a couple days ago. I don't care. My birthday's more important than you. I'm older than you. So I've lived through a lot. I went through more pain last year than your freaking fake stunt double did. Tavarik. Here's the kiss. Yeah. I so want to do that to her. Gorgeous, gorgeous creature. Yes, I know she's older than me, but she's a total cougar. Arr, rough. Only a couple years older than me, like 5 years. Mara Jade could go through hell in Mandalorian when she's introduced, but Maggie owns every scene in this. I don't even care if they cast her and give her a red wig. If you have the essence of the character, I don't care what your race is. I don't care if Mara Jade's played by a white woman, a black woman, an Hispanic, an Indian, a Middle Eastern person, no matter what it is. If you embrace the character, race doesn't matter, guys. Mostly. Of course, Miles is going to be dark skinned and black. That's going to happen because if you do a light skinned Miles that looks like not like me, but like freaking Liam Hemsworth, it's not going to be the character. Be consistent. You don't have to force diversity into everything. This movie has plenty of diversity. Because no one complained when the Kingpin was played by a black man in Daredevil, the movie. Now he's played by Vincent D'Onofrio. I don't think he died. I think she shot him off screen. Tim Ross. Yeah, he was the Principal Franklin in iCarly. And he's a good actor. I like to see him. He looks like Barack Obama. And yeah. Beautiful Asian woman. And it's not a fetish either. Liking a woman of a certain distinction is not a fetish. That's stupid. That's stupid. Because, like I said, I love a woman for being a woman and not being a fake woman or a man that used to be a woman or a woman that used to be a man. None of that. That is not for me. I only... he smashed the cell phone. I know. Yeah, everybody uses a cell phone now 15 years later, John. Everybody. Even kids that are under 5 years old are doing this. Bloop, 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 bloop. I only use it for necessary purposes. To call my family or text or take a picture or do something online that needs to be done. Man, this movie's still good, man. It doesn't look like a movie from 15 years ago. It looks like a movie that could have came out last year. Even if Fox is owned by Disney, that's not stopping them from making R-rated films. They could just do it separate. You don't have to put it on Disney Plus. Also, I mean, just watch The King's Man. No, not seeing The King's Man. Fuck Kingsman. Kingsman, The Secret Service. That's good. The sequel sucked, and this reboot. Oh, for. Hold on, I'll be back in a few seconds. This is just a song. I gotta just unplug this. For purple mountains, majesties across the fruited plain. Yeah, this is the scene where they try to blow up the Capitol building. Yeah, America's gonna keep getting through this. I can still potentially see a Deadpool 3 and a full X-Force movie. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, this is before streaming was a thing. So we're lucky now that we have streaming to get us through this horrible pandemic. Can you imagine if this pandemic happened after 9/11? Woo, that would have been horrible. Because then we can't leave our homes. That's a good effect. It's like the scene from Independence Day. They're like, oh my God. During a crisis, I always have to, adapt. It's what I do, guys. Why you think I made it to 30 in my 30s? Yeah, that song. They made that song scary. The America the Beautiful. Maggie can own a movie. Protege may not have made a lot of money, but damn it, it tried a lot harder. Yeah. Can you imagine if that happened in real life? And they tried to attack the Pentagon on 9/11, but again, we still made it through, man. Because again, we're a country that will never be destroyed completely. No, not from any race of any in this world. We're still going to China for the Winter Olympics. It doesn't matter because China is a location. And if they try to screw with America again, trust me, we'll be ready for them. You don't want to have World War III with them. But in Gwenpool, a female with Ryan Reynolds' persona, yeah, but she's not as crazy. She's a little bit lighter. I gotta delete some images here. I got too much. Oh, beautiful. Exactly. Again, thank you. This is a movie was ahead of its time. Memo. I don't think I need a memo. I could disable it. I need to lower it. Yeah. No, not everything. Utilities. Yeah, utilities like electricity, the water, the heat. Yeah. Yeah, the network. I remember when Facebook was down last year in October? That was scary. It was only 6 hours, but let me guess, this movie is R rated. In fact, I think this whole franchise is R rated. This was supposed to be R, but Warner Brothers, Fox said, "Oh, wait a minute. I don't think kids are going to go watch this if it's R rated. Let's reduce it to a PG-13." Blame the studio. Do not blame the director or the writers. They did the best they damn well could with a movie that was. But then when the unrated cut came out, right here, see, unrated, they did a good job restoring some of the stuff that needed to be there. The F bombs. It's basically what they did with the Snyder cut, except this movie's not as long. It's a lot shorter. That movie's way too long. Oh, beautiful. Gwenpool won't hurt. She won't. I want to see a sexy assassin that wears a pink mask and has her ass out. I'm like, why not? You got Harley Quinn now, so why not have it in Marvel? I want a blonde girl that I want to just fawn over. That's what I want to do. You, you do airbag. Let me crop this out. I'm gonna post some of these on Facebook now. Yeah, because Gwenpool, she could be cute. Oh, I love this scene. This makes me laugh. Where was this acting in Rise of Skywalker, J.J. Abrams? Where was it? This scene is more heartfelt and more. I love this. If you gave Adam Driver a good script, this isn't what you get. Justin Law, he's a good actor. I don't care what anyone says. He can be funny. He can be dramatic. He actually has charisma. So this is the unrated cut, the actual puzzle of Venom. No, this is way better than Venom. I did not. My stomach did not get hurt when I saw this movie in the theater. I was laughing. Venom is forced comedy. A parasite, you're a loser. No, stop sounding like a Muppet, like an evil Muppet. Dolores, yeah. Yeah. Again, where was this in Fast Nine? Tell me, writers, explain yourself. Where was this heartfelt moment in Fast Nine? Start the damn car. There we go. That's what you're gonna have in the next movie. Start cars that can start themselves, that you don't even have to drive anymore. Explain yourself, Fast Nine. Explain yourself. Tell me. Let me ask Josh. Where what? Yeah, hell yeah, karate chop, baby. It's this is not Venom that they're recarnage. Wait, I put the wrong number. 9. Not fast question. Where was the scene, huh? Explain yourself, movie. Oh, because it's a different franchise. No, there's no excuse. Uh, that was good. It's a good acting. This is what I wanted Adam Driver to do in Star Wars. Instead of yelling and overacting and being no. It's laughable. I can't take you seriously if you throw a tantrum like a freaking teenage boy. Again, I don't know. They just went too overboard. I know it's a different franchise, but again, they could have stopped. They could have done a scene like this. It would have made me feel something. Not, oh, we can fly. Now we can fly cars into space. Go screw yourself, writers. That's stupid. This isn't Back to the Future 2. What is wrong with you? Even then, they didn't go into space. The car was flying at the end of the first one and the second one. Here it is. I'm going to put it in this album. Yeah, exactly. Just it's so Fast Nine just tells, don't show exactly. Why are the cars flying now? That was dumb. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Yeah, explain yourself, Fast Nine. How dare you try to insult my intelligence? In this movie, when the car is flying, it's not flying into space. It he jumps off the freaking thing and knocks the helicopter out. It's not flying. I'm posting some pictures on Facebook, Josh, so you can see them later. Yeah, explain yourself, Fast Nine. The Fast and Furious saga. Now you got to put the word saga like you're Star Wars. You're not Star Wars. Them having machines that can fly, that makes sense. It's science, sci-fi, sci fantasy. You're an action series, not a freaking sci-fi. 2012 wasn't that stupid when the family was driving through the destruction. Again, the car was not flying and it did not go into space. When they go on that arc thing to get away from the flooding, that made more sense. And that movie's the same running time as Fast Nine. And that movie has an extended cut. How was 2012 a 2.5 hour movie that was spectacle with gorgeous Amanda Peet and John Cusack having the same chemistry from other films, and Fast Nine is a cartoon where these people are superheroes? Just say that Dom is a freaking superhero. Just say he's the Hulk because it will make as much sense now. That was tense. Yeah. So cars are just flying with no explanation. This reminds me of Ray pulling on Earth powers out of her butt. Exactly. Because it's not the same freaking thing. You got to explain yourself. Don't do things out of nowhere. Don't you dare do things out of nowhere. You have to have an explanation for it. Yeah, I don't understand why this movie gets so much hate, yet it's better than a lot of movies that came out in 2007. Oh, yeah. So he has a silencer, yeah. Do you think to Fast and Furious into Star Wars is a? Yeah, exactly. Because it's not working. It's like, oh, let's make it into a sci-fi franchise, even though that's not what it was. It was racing. Then they did the heist thing in Fast Five and Fast Six. But after when Furious Seven, once they're flying cars into freaking buildings, I'm like, yeah, I'm out. This needs to end. And that wasn't the last movie. It should have been. Furious Seven should have ended the franchise after Paul Walker's passing because it's a cartoon now. It was always ridiculous, even in the first movie. But the first movie, they were human. They weren't superheroes. You didn't have Dom jumping on a freaking car in the middle of the highway, and nothing happens to him. You try doing that in real life, you'll get splattered all over the freaking pavement. It's ridiculous. It's like Rise of Skywalker wasn't stupid enough, so they're like, we could make it even an even stupider ninth movie. Yeah, a ninth movie that makes no sense. It defies all logic. It's ridiculous. That's why I didn't see Fast 9 last year, guys, because I heard that, oh, it made almost $1 billion. It didn't because of COVID and also because of how stupid it was. Here we go. Hmm. Yeah, we're an hour into the movie. We got another hour. I'm getting revved up, you know? And unlike Terminator, this franchise didn't jump the shark the way that franchise did. First was PG-13 twice, and then they made it R, and it was too late. They try to copy fast. Here we go. Gecko Chop. Oh, she's so sexy, man. How is she a better fighter than Seagal now? Is beyond me. Hmm. Hmm. See, she beat. I love that. I love. Trust. I wish Bruce Willis would beat the hell out of Gemma Chan in a movie. I would watch that over on a loop after what she put me through. Yeah. Screw feminism, Chloe Zhao. Screw it. Oh my god. He manhandles her. And again, where were the feminists when this movie came out? I felt like SpongeBob Out of Water was a skip at frantic movie. First, it's a war movie, then apocalyptic, then a time travel, then the superhero movie. But that movie made me laugh. It had the sense of humor from the cartoon, and it didn't do things that came out of nowhere. When they turned into superheroes, I'm like, it was in the trailer, and because Avengers was popular at the time, so it was fun. It was something different. Yeah, she beats the hell out of him. She gives him a fight. It's like the Green Goblin fight in Sam Raimi's movie. It did work. Iron Latin turn. Yeah, that movie made me laugh a lot, and Antonio Banderas got what he deserved in that movie because he was so annoying in Expendables 3. I'm like, please hurt this guy. And yeah, when Plankton like kicks him or into the water, that was great. I was like, thank God, you deserve that. When an actor's annoying or they're boring, they need to get what they deserve. Nothing goes unpunished when you put me through a 2-hour bore fest doing stupid sex scenes in Eternals. Yeah, how dare you defile yourself like that, Gemma Chan? I'm having fun doing this. Yeah, let's see. Oh wait, I'll show this, Josh, because I want your thing to be shown. Uh, Feminists just whine about anything with a girl fighting nowadays. Exactly. Kate Bishop was freaking awesome in Hawkeye. I had no problem with her being a young woman that can fight, that can handle her own and make mistakes every now and then. Women don't need to be perfect to be cool. Karen and a man fighting together in Mandalorian, yeah, that would be great. Cars flying, what's next? Dinosaurs and robots? Probably. Here we go. Love this scene. And Maggie Q had a lot of screen time in this movie for having a busy schedule in 2007 because she did this and Balls of Fury, which I think is an underrated movie. I did a podcast for that. This guy It's going to get blocked. I don't have time for this. There you go. Take that. Take that, freaking comrade. And hide this user. Hide this guy. I don't have time for this. Hide this user. There we go. You're done. Yep, I was hit. It was hidden from me because I don't have time for trolls. I only have time for people that are actually watching my video that are real. Because I met Josh years ago in 2016, and he's real. He's not some troll or incel or freaking some freaking hack. This is an awesome scene. Yep. Kind of like the first movie. Remember the elevator shaft in the first movie or the second movie? This film, yeah, a lot of this is not. And again, this is going to be This is a better movie than freaking Uncharted. Because I'm sorry, Tom Holland doing the same thing that John McClane does. I don't buy it. He's too young, and he already impressed me enough as Spider-Man. Cars flying, yeah, the cars don't fly. Yeah, see, at least Justin Long did that. Matthew Farrell. Down you go. That's how gravity works. What goes up must come down. If Karen plays Mara J, that'd be great. People got to give people a chance. I did, and look what happened last year with certain people. Here we go. Goodbye, Maggie Q. If this was Fast and the Furious, she would survive this, and she would be a Terminator or something. When it comes to Star Wars and Fast and Furious, 9 is such an unlucky number. It is. Yeah, last year you fell for her. People need to be fair. Exactly. A nice manly. Rah! That's what I want to hear Bruce Willis do again. Just let your voice be heard. I don't want to hear, oh, look, I'm in space. I'm so tired. I want to take a nap. No, wake up. That was awesome. Did you see my pictures, Josh? I posted them already. A few of them. An E-bomb. Hide that post. I know what today is. Today was my day. I bet Chris Hemsworth is going to do it again in Love and Thunder. What? Yeah. And Natalie Portman is going to be a great addition with the hammer. When she gets the hammer, I'm not going to be upset. She's earned it after being gone for so long since the Thor: The Dark World. Yes, sir. Of a shaft with an SUV rammed up her ass. Yeah, that's a great line. I love it. It's in both cuts of the movie. Peter Bogdanovich just passed away at 82. Also, rest in peace, Peter Bogdanovich. Yeah, the elephant looks. Yeah, lame villain, but again, could have been worse. You could have had a terrible plot and horrible writing. At least when he throws a temper tantrum, I'm like, there's a reason for it. He just had his main squeeze murdered. With Kylo Ren, it's like, oh, the girl that I'm attracted to with the Force escaped. Yeah, because she has freaking powers that come out of nowhere. Because she's a perfect little binto that doesn't get anything done. Even the villain in the fifth movies was sucked, but Portman is of course going to blow Binto out of the water. Of course she is. I've loved Natalie Portman since I was 14 years old. Have you seen Hellboy 2004? Not yet. I will this year because I heard it was pretty good. And the second one, Golden Army, is pretty good too. Trust me, the same thing that happened to Ryan Johnson and J.J. Abrams after what they did. That's why Mando and Book of Boba Fett they're making me forget those movies even happened because they're good. The last episode of Book of Boba Fett was amazing. I'll get to that. Blade images for meetings showing Kevin Feige and Mahershala Ali. Yeah, and Mahershala Ali was in Into the Spider-Verse. So he was Aaron Davis. Let me get this guy. That's it. I said report this asshole. Unwanted spam. There you go. Take that. If people bitch about Natalie and Thor or Brie with the co-stars in the Marvels, I'm going to literally say something about it. Yeah, I'm going to defend these women. They're not the bintos that I have to had to suffer through last year in the Eternals and freaking Black Widow. No, I don't suffer no more from a binto. If a movie has a binto, I skip it completely. That's why I haven't done Jungle Cruise yet. I haven't been on the ride or seen the movie because I don't like bintos. Only 10% of them I can handle. 10%. That's like 100 actors out of like 2 billion. Sorry. 100 actors. I'll say at least 100. That's it. That was a good explosion. And this movie's not sexist like a Michael Bay movie. So, do you think the 2019 version of Hellboy is terrible? Yeah, I heard it was bad. But David Harbour was not the problem. He wasn't happy on set. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. We're almost done. We got another 30 or 40 minutes. It's cold in here. Let me put the heat on. Yeah, hold on. I'm not gonna pause the movie because I don't want it to end at 4 o'clock. So hold on. Put the heat on. I'm cold in here. Plus, I've reacted to this movie before. Some of these scenes are the same, even in the PG-13 cut. Here's my water. Well, I could take that stuff out later. Let me just go back and give you so David Harbour was phoning it in, yeah, because he knew that the movie wasn't good. So why was he going to try? Oh wait, I forgot to put the heat on. Sorry, let me turn this over to the side. Take it out of the way. There we go. Nice and warm in here. I can still hear the movie with the headphones. As long as I'm here, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I have my Captain Marvel poster still behind me. Look. See? She's still behind me. I'm not gonna take it down over some stupid, petty. Oh, Brie Larson can't act. Watch Room and see how wrong you are. Warner Media selling off the CW network. They should. I'm actually sick and tired of the CW making pussies out of my superheroes like the Flash and Supergirl. You could have Danielle Melchior in a Bond movie fighting and she'd be badass. What's wrong with women doing something? As long as they contribute, not take away. Explain that, incels and cancel culture. Bunks, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Daniela was more badass doing this with a stick and and summoning those army of rats. That was more badass than anything Yelena did. Or in Eternals, where Cersei's like, you know what I can do? I can turn this into a tree. I'm like, yeah, you're not freaking Krista from Fern Gully, where she can make things grow. Krista's a way more developed character and way more beautiful. And Samantha Mathis's voice is magical compared to Binto in space. Delete this one. I love Asian women. Look at this picture of Jenny Mai. So yummy. Look at that. See? I love Asian women. It's just my thing. Karen in Jumanji was a better female character that contributed. Should work well with Rebecca Ferguson one day. Exactly. Other than the dumb dance in Welcome to the Jungle, which I thought was not needed. That was Sony trying to prank me. Everything else, she her reactions with her face, like she actually shows emotion. She's not a zombie. She's not asleep. He hates cops. 14 videos. Wow, that's a lot. Well, that's fine. She looks like the woman from Throw Mama from the Train. Oh yeah, buddy. In the R-rated version, it says she says, "Get the fuck down here." Where's the reaction? Here we go. Yep, now in theaters. I saw it in theaters. Kevin Smith. He did lose a lot of weight. Karen, wait. Disney better not get their hands on the CW. No, I don't want the DC. I don't want the DC. I don't want the Arrowverse in their hands. They'll make it even more Asteroid. I remember that arcade. And Kevin Smith is a good director. It's just there's Boba Fett. Yes, sir. Book of Boba Fett is awesome. Hell yeah, I am. I love the Mandalorians. I love Boba Fett. Yeah, and again, ironic because Star Wars and Fox are in the hands of Disney now. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony, guys. Command Center. I love that. Yeah, or Man Cave. CW should go to HBO Max. It should. That's where the DC shows went, like Doom Patrol and Harley Quinn. Yeah, I don't want DC in the hands of Disney. No, thank you. If you put the Batman in Disney, they're gonna give him Mickey ears instead of those pointy ears. I know, and because he hated working with Bruce Willis in Cop Out, I get it. Kevin Smith, you should have never cast Bruce Willis. You should have cast somebody younger that cared back then. And I still like Red. I think Bruce Willis is good in Red, but in Cop Out, oh my god, that movie was so bad. Tracy Morgan is such a cartoon character in that. He's so loud and annoying. Yeah, a Boba Fett picture in a Fox movie that's not Star Wars. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Let me charge my phone because it's almost dead. Yeah, I love Django, I love Boba, and I love Mando. So this armor is so cool. See that the armor, that Mandalorian armor? Yeah. one person's watching. I'm like, yeah, because again, some people have to go to school. But people saw this podcast last year, the R-rated cut. Never underestimate Mando or Mara's powers. Exactly. Mulch Fest. Yeah, a command center. My room is basically my man cave because I have to stay online. I got to entertain you guys during these cold, boring months of January and February. At least when spring comes, it'll be warm again, so I could go outside. Fat bastard. Yeah, that was kind of funny. Even though, even though Kevin Smith lost a lot of weight. Yeah, she kind of disappears for a while, Mary Liz Winstead, because she was busy doing other films. There she is, an hour into the movie. I know it's not really about her. It's really it becomes a hostage situation at the end, but she's so good. She's like if Brie Larson had dark hair. They have the same eyes, guys. They have the same eyes. But this is what Zoom did. Your Zoom calls are now. Yeah, I know. I could do that too. Look, you can still hear me. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Oh, dead Asian hooker bitch. Ooh, that line has not aged well. But hey, trust me, I would use that for Gemma Chan because that's what she is. Dumb Asian hooker bitch. Yeah. Because she stole my money. So she's a hooker. She's a cinematic hooker. How dare you? Go back to the UK where you belong. You don't belong here. You don't belong in the MCU. Ever again. I saw a toy of her in Target and I wanted to destroy it with a hammer. With a freaking Thor hammer, just bang, 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 bang. Ooh. You get a drink of water. I need some. Mm-hmm. What a twist! No, it's not a twist. We already knew McLean had two kids in the first movie. If you saw the first movie, which I did many times, I just got to get another copy of the first movie, probably on digital. Mm-hmm. It's Norman Reedus' birthday. Yeah, I haven't seen West Side Story, but it does have a nice digital art on Disney. Yeah, like in Taken. Taken came out after this movie, and it was awesome. Yet it had two terrible sequels. What do you think of both The Last of Us? I haven't played those. I heard the show is going to be good with Pedro Pascal as the lead. Now that's a lead that I can count on. With Uncharted, I never played the games, and I'm sorry, Tom Holland, when he's not Spider-Man, a lot of his films don't do well. I don't hate him. I just don't want him to be in 5 movies a year. He's not The Rock. The Rock is already an established talent. Your habit, give blood. I am going to give blood, but I can do it in February because I have to wait another month. Best movies of 2021, I agree. Spider-Man was there, and I'm glad. It was one of the best things I saw in this decade so far because I got to see it in the theater with a. We'll be seeing The Rock and Sarah Shai and Black Adam. That should be awesome. The Amazing Spider-Man. While I was not a fan of those movies, I still liked that what Andrew Garfield did in the recent movie. Take our word for it. This one's good. I know, Regal. You don't have to tell me. I loved it. I loved it. Loved every second of No Way Home. And when I do the podcast, you're going to see that love come out of me because I'm like everything they did in that movie was calculated in the most precise way. There was nothing thrown in there at the last minute like they did in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Is there any attractive women in the WWE? Yeah, I think Alexa Bliss is cute. She's a lot cuter than Margot Robbie. I think Becky Lynch is okay. I like her nose that is big. Some of the black girls like Sasha Banks, mwah. There's some attractive women in the WWE. They're not the problem. When they booked wrong, it's because, with COVID, they can't do much. Mm. If Brie Larson says that, I will lose it. I will just freaking lose it. She says, yeah, let's step outside and fight. I'm like, Liz Morgan is one of them. Yeah, she's cute. I haven't seen a women's match in a while. I mostly watched the Royal Rumble matches with the dudes, but the women are at least they're working. They're keeping themselves active, even during these terrible times. But like I said, guys, I'm still here, Peter. Yeah, I love saying that. That's a great line from Mary. I'm still here, Peter. And then he's like, that's great. Brie and Tiana will fight together again, and Tiana's going to turn me on. She's my Nubian queen, Josh. I think she's one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen in my life. And yes, the Candyman woke version last year, I didn't see it because I heard it's just too racist and too socially conscious. You know what I mean? The original had social commentary, but it wasn't shoved down our faces. We get it. What happened to Tony Todd in the beginning of the first film and the second film? Didn't need to see that now. You could have done a different movie. You want to make a black villain in a horror movie? Do something different. Spiral was different. I heard it wasn't great, but it was different from the other Saw movies. Spiral, the Book of Saw. Because, like I said, I'll never do a podcast for Eternals because I was just so bored. It's like 20 minutes longer than this movie, and it just drags. I remember a line from Robert Ebert said, I hate it, hate it, hate it. That's from the North review from 1994. I hated this movie. Hated this movie. Hated it. Every insulting minute of it. I'm like, yeah, I agree with you, Roger Ebert. You were too nice. Okay. Eternal should have been a Disney Plus show, and some people actually agree with me. Yeah, Kenny said the same thing. It should have been a freaking show. A prequel show, 8 episodes long, 40 or 50 minutes with 2 characters, not 10. 10 is too much for an origin story. There's a reason why that movie was not an origin story. It's not. It's not even Thanos' origin story because we already established him in the other films briefly, and we saw what he can do. North, I didn't like it as a kid. I just thought it was really weird, and the fact that the whole movie was a dream was an insult. Yeah, I'm not going to live in the Stone Age. Green Lantern Corps, that could work with some lanterns. Yeah, put Jessica Cruz in there, Hal Jordan, and at least Jon Stewart, and that'll be good enough. You don't need 18 characters. It's a show. I think you can do it in each episode, introduce another lantern or Sinestro or whatever. Children of Men, no, I was not a fan of that movie. It's too dark and depressing. If you haven't seen that movie, I would say skip it or give it one watch and that's it. Here we go. Another action scene. See, the movie doesn't slow down for 3 hours. The game Super Mario Brothers 2 is a dream. Yeah, but it didn't insult me. I played that when I was 3. And when I saw the ending, I'm like, oh, so Mario was dreaming this whole game. Didn't bother me back then. I was only a little boy. Yep, he threw him down the stairs just like another Die Hard movie. I think the first one he does that. Yeah. It's still visceral, this movie. Like there's still blood in it and there's still violence. Venom barely has any blood in it, or Venom Let There Be Carnage. You have a character named Carnage, and the most violent thing he does is what? Bites his hand? He bites Eddie Brock's hand? That's not scary. Flatbush was never like this. Yeah. Technodrome 406 official liked my comment that just give me Joey and I'm happy. Yeah, because I don't see those what you call it, kissing booth movies. I don't care about them. They're just a watered down version of To All the Boys. I prefer those because they're more romantic and less cringe. Is Michael Bay sexist? Yeah, sometimes he is. He wasn't in the first Bad Boys movie, but after Bad Boys 2, yeah, he lost his freaking way, man. That's that's great. He's gonna reach your girlfriend. I'm coming to get you. Yep, I'm the boogeyman. Carnage looked cool, but I wish he was able to get violent. Again, if this was R-rated Carnage, he would have taken these guards and cut their head off with his freaking, spiky arms. You can do that, guys. Terminator 2 did it well. Yeah, this guy he looks like a French Daniel Bryan. It's weird. He looks like a dead like Daniel Bryan. He's in TNA. He's in AEW now. Was Michael Bay also sexist in Ninja Turtles? Yeah, because he has to. He has this. He's only producing, but you could tell that his essence was there. Why do you think he made April O'Neil? Uh, you know, he didn't even give her the right. They didn't even cast the right actress. They got a freaking British, not a British person, a brunette instead of a redhead or a strawberry blonde. Algae rhythm. Yeah, I know I'm silly, guys, but again, I want to entertain you guys. That's what I do these podcasts for. Next week, I'm doing the whole 10 yards for my girl, Amanda Pete. It's her 50th birthday, so I'm going to give her so much praise. Come on, Facebook. Do it. I can tell because Shredder pushed Megan Fox off a skyscraper. Exactly. And Megan Fox has to get the final blow on Shredder. When the hell did that happen in the first three films? It didn't. Nope. I'm blocking your ass. You're a pariah, Binto. You're a pariah. This is a line that's different in the theatrical cut because in the unrated cut they say the F word. Here we go. I got crucified instead of the F word. Yeah, they dubbed it over, but again, it's not noticeable unless you've seen this. Yeah, it's always about the money. For Disney, they want to get paid no matter what happens, no matter what happens in the world. Yeah, I'm going to shovel snow soon. I already did all the paperwork and I'm going to be working. This time I will for sure. Unlike with Cherry Hills where they failed me last year. Hmm. Yeah, yes, sir. I'm going to do Taken. I'll try to do the commentary for in the summer. That's one of the first things that Cap says in Endgame when he's like, let's get that sort of. I love that line. When he gets Thanos and when they kill him in the first 20 minutes, I thought that was the end of the movie. I'm like, please don't let that be the end. Please no. Endgame would have been the worst movie of all time if it was 20 minutes long. Do you want a live action Justice League Dark show or a movie? Does it even matter? Just I don't want Constantine in there. I already saw Constantine in Legends of Tomorrow and he didn't work. Is Facebook working? Let me check. Well, I don't want to leave podcast, but let me just check quickly. Is Facebook working or? No, it's not. I think it's down. Facebook. Let me see if I can inbox my friend on Messenger. Yeah, this scene is awesome. This fight scene with those blades and everything. Yeah, I'm trying not to repeat myself from last year, but hey, I said a couple of things I did not say last year. And the pipes are frozen. That's what's going to happen tomorrow when it snows. Here we go. Mm-hmm. With hair. Yeah. Are all the characters in Eternals as dead as soulless as Ray? Yeah, they are because they're boring. They made like a Justice League, Guardians, freaking Power Rangers movie hybrid with the most boring actors you've ever seen. Well, at least 90% of the actors. I still liked Angelina Jolie, but she should have done more. She should have been the lead, not Binto and Icarus slash false Superman. Oh, I can shoot laser eyes. I've seen that already in X-Men, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman. I've seen it already. I've seen it done better. I'll get out of the way. I think it's because the weather's changing. This is the truck scene. And this scene with the fighter jet, much better scene than what we're going to see in Uncharted. It's not that movie's going to be horrible. It's just that movie looks like the movie The Rock made back in 2003 called The Rundown. It's basically the same movie. He's in the jungle. He's fighting off bad guys. Yeah, it's Uncharted. Just see that movie. I recommend the 2003 movie The Rundown. I want to do a podcast for that movie. I'm going to do The Rundown sometime in the summer or in the spring. Yeah, I can't post anything. Two-Faced. Is guess you don't like Brian Tyree Henry in Eternals? No, because they had to make him a gay man. Why? It added nothing to his character. He's gay, he's black, and he just stands there until the third act. And he has a son. Wow, I thought LeBron James did it better in freaking Space Jam 2. At least I felt more for his character. He acted more human. In the right hand, you get Jefferson Davis. Yeah, exactly. As Miles' dad and that podcaster in Godzilla vs. Kong, he was fine there. Didn't have to make him gay. They did that to fill a quota. So fuck you for that, Marvel. Yeah, how dare you try to make that into a freaking agenda? Yeah, and also Kevin Smith has a daughter. She acts too, you know? Harley Quinn Smith, I think her name is. Yeah, she's named after the She's named after the character from Suicide Squad. Yeah, that scene with him and Miles is heartfelt. Yeah, and see, the actors are not on screen; it's their voices and the animation that really draws you in. If it was gay, it would have taken me out of the movie. Or if Miles was gay, or if Gwen Stacy was a lesbian or a bisexual, it adds nothing. It adds nothing because when I saw Booksmart and I saw Caitlin Deaver, I wanted her for the entire film. So making her gay didn't take me out of it. I wanted her like badly right then and there. That's why you had a little beef with Mitchell's, yeah, because of a stupid post-credit scene, which wasn't needed. Caitlin is a goddess in Bookmart. Exactly. I didn't feel like, oh, she shouldn't have been gay. It didn't matter to me. Sorry, Dolly, but I'll have to delete this picture of you for now. Gotta brighten this up a little bit. Okay. Yep, this scene is awesome. And it's not from a plane, it's not boxes hitting a guy. Because that looks like a cartoon. It doesn't look realistic. It looks stupid. What are they taking notes from Fast Nine? Look at that. That's awesome. That this looks exactly, and this scene looks like it could be in a Marvel or a DC movie. Tell me it wouldn't look like that. We're an hour and 53 minutes. We're almost done. Gotta go take a shower and then take a nap, and I'll be back online later on. So, yeah, we're almost done, guys. It's fun to watch this movie. It's just rewatchable. This movie's awesome. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, I don't care what the masses say. If I enjoy a movie, I will never apologize for it. Unless it's something that's disgusting, like 365 Days or 50 Shades of Grey or something like that. No, those, I can't. Cars are not Superman. No, they're not. They're not spaceships either. Even that has to have a reason to go up. That's awesome. See, if this was Fast 10, this truck would be flying in the air with no explanation. At least in Avengers Age of Ultron, they're superheroes, so that's why. That's awesome. And this scene is not in any of the other movies. That's awesome and convenient. I felt emotion with the Avengers Age of Ultron scene, even when Wanda lost her brother. Yeah, it was earned. We didn't see it coming. They actually killed an Avenger and he stayed dead. They didn't bring him back in Infinity War Endgame. They followed it through. This scene looks like from an Uncharted game, not the movie, but from the game, from Uncharted 2. The scene where Nathan Drake is getting hit with those boxes and falls out of the helicopter or out of the plane. That looks awesome. But in a movie, it looks weird, especially when it's PG-13. That was in Avengers. That's awesome. I love this slide. Woo! That's great. You will never see that in the Batman this year. Sorry, DC fans, but that's him sliding down an exploding freaking highway. Yeah, you're not going to see that. They're trying to do that with the Penguin scene where he's trying to blow him up and he's like, ha, 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 I got him. And I'm like, no, that movie's not going to be taken seriously. As soon as Robert takes a mask off and he's scary without it, you'll know you'll pay. You get what you pay for. Do you want Thanos to snap the Ventos out of the world? Yeah, because again, the first two people he kills in Infinity War are British guys. Tom Hiddleston, who's a good actor, but he was barely in it, and freaking Idris Elba, who didn't serve a purpose except to get killed in that movie. Because we've had enough of them. They're not going to take over the industry just because Spider-Man made over $1 billion. That was because of the fan base. We're the reason why that happened. If not, it would have been on Disney Plus last year instead. There we go. Ouch. I know. Look what happened with COVID last year. Omicron happened and you have to wear a mask outside again. Yeah, this movie's intense. Like even for a PG-13, I still felt the adrenaline rush. The action was not uh underwhelming like the movies we got last year. Some of the non-Marvel or DC movies were so underwhelming. So underwhelming. It was outside the it was not outside the rim, guys. I'm sorry. It was outside the wire. I said the wrong title, so excuse me for that. A guy can make a mistake. Ooh, he got shot up. Oh, when you see this movie, you think of movies like Captain America: Winter Soldier or Captain America: Civil War. You know where it's gritty, but there's also jokes and there's actually color in the movie. It's not a freaking CGI fest like freaking Eternals. Too much CGI in the movie, way too much. Guardians of the Galaxy earned that, and so did Justice League. You don't earn it. Having a bunch of pretty images don't make you a good movie. You have to have a good plot, likable characters, and and memorable action, and a flowing pace, not a slow as snail pace. in the wrong place at the wrong time. About yippee-ki-yay, mother. Yeah, they cut it because again, it's a PG-13 movie. But again, in the unrated cut, you get the word. If Fox wasn't afraid to make this movie R-rated, which it should have been in the first place, but he shot himself just to save her. Well, the chat's almost done because again, we're 2 hours into the movie. A lot of people are liking my comments on Heather Stevens. I'm glad because again, she deserves all the attention now that she's retired. It doesn't matter at all. What matters is that I win this game. Yeah, oh, that's from Space Jam 2. Yeah, I like that movie. I don't care what anybody says. Worst movie of last year, my ass. I've seen way worse. Vanquish was way worse, and that was a cheap looking movie. At least Warner Brothers went all out with Space Jam 2. Morphine, yeah, that's a painkiller. That's why people get they don't feel a thing after getting that. Not that one. Yeah, I don't take morphine. I usually take like aspirin or yeah. After all we've been through this year, yeah, still a good movie, man. 15 years later, happy 15-year anniversary. Live Free or Die Hard, aka Die Hard 4. While Rambo 4 is a better movie, I just think that the freaking uh the missionaries in that movie did not need to be in the film. They're just a distraction. I want to see Rambo kicking ass, not some underrated, some characters that we don't need in the film. It's an action movie for crying out loud, not a pure flicks movie. You're a girl. What do you think? Opposites attract. And that's the movie again, guys. I got to do it again. It's still a very entertaining movie, and I love it watching it. And thanks for the guys, the real people that just showed up in my chat. Anybody that I don't recognize gets blocked. So awesome movie. And there we go. That's the end of Live Free or Die Hard. I don't have to see it again for a while. It's still very entertaining. It was the last really good one. I mean, I don't hate 5, but I know why a lot of people do. But I'd rather watch that than Vanquish because at least it's a big budget movie and it's short. This movie, yeah, I still think it's underrated. It deserves way more praise. People should be streaming this more. And if you want to see the unrated cut, get the physical copy of it because it's worth your time. Let it stop. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll do another live commentary next week. So see you in the next one. Bye. And end.